Hi, I'm Kyle Tennyson, and I am a transformation wizard. What that means is that I help people come back to themselves. And today, I want to talk about the power of our questions. I have been talking about this like nonstop for the last week and a half or so, and probably because it's coming up in my own life, and it's also getting repeated in clients, and is how we live our day to day. Most of us walk around every day asking ourselves questions. Why isn't this working? Is this even worth it? What's wrong with me? If like, what if I had taken that other path? And we treat those questions like they're neutral. Like asking the question is just looking for information. But here's what I've learned: the question is never neutral. The question is already shaping the answer before you even started looking. So, today we're going to talk about the difference between a low quality question and a high quality question and why it might be the most important distinction that you're not making. Here's the thing: low quality questions have a signature. Once you know it, you can't unsee it. Low quality questions are fast, they feel urgent, they promise a sense of relief, and they're usually backward looking. Like, why did this happen? Or, maybe it's comparative. It's like, is what I have good enough? Or they've got like some kind of hidden agenda baked in, meaning that you already want a specific answer and you're not actually asking, you're just lobbying for a verdict. One that kills entrepreneurs, especially, is like, why am I not further along now? It feels like self reflection, but it's not. It's a shame spiral wearing the costume of a question. In relationships, partnerships, or really any high stakes situation where something isn't going how you want, the question of like, is this even worth it? Again, it feels like discernment, right? But the answer doesn't move anything, no matter what the answer is. Like, it doesn't really move anything, it just generates more doubt. The thing about low quality questions that makes them genuinely dangerous, not just unproductive, but dangerous, is that they put you into effect. This is like being cause versus effect, right? Effect means that you're being acted upon. Something is happening to you. And when you're at effect in your life, you like the only available moves that you can make are complaint or comparison or like running away. You're not building, you're not creating, you're just reacting to a story that the question you asked yourself already wrote for you. And the cost isn't just the time that you're spending spinning in your mind. It's that while you're asking, like, is the grass greener over there? You're not watering what's underneath your feet. You're literally standing on the thing that you're looking for and you're staring at the fence. I've chased green grass, right? We probably all have. And every single time you get there, you realize it just looked green from where you were standing. So, switching over to high quality questions. They do the opposite. They put you into a state of cause rather than effect. Being in cause means that you have agency here. There's something that you can do. You can create, you can influence, you can choose something. And the question, a high quality question, that assumes that truth that you have an option, you have a choice that you can make. And that question asks you to find that choice, to find the opportunity to create something new. High quality questions are usually bigger. They can be a little uncomfortable, but it's uncomfortable in a different way. It's not the anxious, spinning discomfort of a low quality question. It's the kind of discomfort that comes from being asked to actually show up, to get honest, to really look internally and get real with yourself. If you've heard me talk about values before, like your values are your deepest level programming, we can talk about it in a different video. And the high quality questions bring your values into focus, meaning that the things that actually matter to you are in the room when you ask that high quality question. And high quality questions are generative. The question itself shifts something even before you've answered it. So, like, same scenario, different question. Instead of like, why am I not further along? You would switch it over to something like, what would need to be true for the next 6 months for me to feel real momentum in my business? Instead of, is this partnership worth it? We could say, how do we both show up at our best and still get what we need from this? And listen, like, the answer to that might be like, that's not possible. We want different things. And that's a tough answer to look at, but it's going to allow you to move down the path and stop spiraling. On the flip side, you might get an answer like that allows you guys to both show up in a powerful way and, grow closer together. Do you feel the difference here? Like, the first set, the low quality question, it closes things up, right? And the second high quality question opens things up. This works for things like joy too, not just problems, right? So, like, when did I last feel completely alive in my work, and what was I actually doing? That's a high quality question. It treats joy like something that you can orient toward, not just stumble into. So it's like, it's putting yourself into an empowered place just by asking the right question. Okay, so here's your moment. I want you to think of one area of your life or your business, your relationship, or whatever, something that has a little bit of friction in it for you, something that's been on your mind. And I want you to just think about like the questions that you've been asking yourself that have been running through your head. All right, you got it? Take a second, pause the video if you need to. What have you been asking yourself? And I want you to run it through a few filters to see if it's a high quality or low quality question. So, number one, is this question forward facing or is it backward facing? Number two, does this question assume that I have agency, or does it assume something happened to me? And number three, if I got a clear answer to this question right now, would it actually move me forward, or would it just feel like maybe a brief sense of relief for like a few minutes? If it fails any of those, you've got a low quality question. So that's great though, because right now we're going to rewrite it. So same situation, but put yourself at cause. Make it forward facing, make it big enough that the answer would actually give you something to work with, something to create a new reality with. I would love to see what you're coming up with. So share it in the comments below. I do my best to reply to all of them. So I'm very interested, and I'm happy to help you fine tune this a little bit. Just to wrap all this up, the skill here that we're talking about isn't about finding the right answers to things. The skill is learning to ask something worth asking. Low quality questions keep you in effect. It's reactive, spinning, comparing. High quality questions put you at cause. They're building, they create, they move energy. And here's the practice. You don't need to catch every low quality question. The moment it shows up, just start noticing them, just write them down, and then ask yourself, like, what do I actually want to know here? That question alone, like, what do I actually want to know here? That question alone will do more for your momentum than most things on your to-do list. So go build something beautiful.